So to make and then insert a virtual manipulative, I just have a blank slide here on the end of my packet, which I can get rid of later so students don't have it, but I'm just going to do it on here. I'm going to make a positive and a negative integer chip. So I'm going to go insert, shape. I'm going to make a circle. And we can make it as big as we want because you can always resize an image. And then I'm going to make it red because this one's going to be negative, and then its outline is going to be the same color. So here I just did the fill is red, and here's the outline for that. So see if I made it blue. It's really hard to tell, but the outline is blue because it's so thin. I'm going to change it back to red though. I'm actually going to make this a little smaller so it doesn't get cut off. And then I always drag from the corner, not the sides, otherwise you get an oval or an ellipse. So when you drag from the corner, it keeps the ratio of that circle. And then if you see, as I drag this side to side, these little red lines pop up. Those are like your center guides. So I can see that this is centered left to right, and then you can drag it up and down. You can see there's the center of that. It works a little bit better in PowerPoint in my opinion, but that is okay. And then we can insert, and we'll do another shape. And I want a rectangle because this is negative, so I am going to make a black negative sign. You can see that's aligned to the center. And then for grins, if I click this and then I do command click, or maybe it's control click, whoops, come on. You can group them, so now it moves as one image rather than two separate things. Okay, and then on this slide I'm going to click background, and instead of a color I need to click transparent so that when I save this as an image, all it does is it saves the red circle. It doesn't save the white background as a little rectangle with a circle in it. Oops, dropping stuff. That's okay. So to create this as an image, I'm going to have it pop up on my desktop. You go to File, then Download, and then do it as PNG. And I think that people do it as a PNG just because the formatting of the image. And in Google Docs, or Google Slides, it only does it as current slide only, or if you have multiple slides selected. I just want this one, so it downloaded. I'm going to drag it to my desktop. And then when I click it in preview, you can see that it doesn't have a white background. All it has is the red circle. So let's say, where am I having them use it? Here we go. Oops. I'm going to pull it off to the side. I'm going to resize it. And you see how the ratio of the sizes is all staying the same. That's exactly what you want. So, whenever you get it what size you want, you're going to copy and paste it a bunch of times. And I'm going to click it, and then I use my keyboard shortcuts. So I'm going to click Command C for copy, then Command V, and I'm going to paste a bunch of them. Okay. Then I'm going to click and drag. Then I'm going to right click or control click. And then you're going to align horizontally to the center. Then you're going to align vertically to the middle. And there, I just have a stack of a bunch of these now. So students can click and drag. I'm going to make these smaller for the real thing, but they have a bunch, so however many you need. I'm going to put them back. So if I want, I can just select all of them and then I'll reposition it here so then students can make their little integer chips. So let's make a positive one. I'm going to insert a blank slide. Okay, I'm going to set my background as transparent. I'm going to insert, well, actually, let's just copy this. So I have both of them selected. I'm going to ungroup them now. Oops. I just want to get rid of you. I'm going to get rid of the minus sign. If I click my red circle, I'm now going to fill it with yellow and make its line, its border, yellow as well. Then insert, shape. And we have a plus sign. Okay, so I'm going to align it. So see, tells me when I drop it there, it'll be centered, and my circle is centered, so that keeps it all looking real nice. Then I'm going to fill it with black, and its border is black. And then File, Download, PNG Current Slide. I like to just drag them on my desktop. I'm not. We'll keep both. So since they're called the same thing, and then I'll go back to where I had the other ones. Here we go. I'll load this in here, and I'll go back and make them the correct size so that they fit in these boxes. Got a little squishy there, friend. There we go. So I'm gonna Command C to copy, then Command V a bunch of times to make a bunch, just for the sake of the showing you how to do it. I'm not gonna make however many I actually need. I haven't counted that yet. But then I'm gonna click and drag over all of them. Oops. I can select them all. Then I'm going to either right click or do Control and click at the same time. Takes me a couple times. You're going to align horizontally to the center. That puts them in a stack. And then I'm going to align vertically to the middle. And then I just have a stack of these. And I selected them all. Notice how if I just have this one selected and I move it, it only moves one. But when I draw a box around it, I'm allowed to move all of them at the same time. Then same thing, students can click and drag however many they need to fit in here. And then you can add other things. Eventually, I'll try to figure out how to do algebra tiles. I'm going to have number lines and arrows. I'm even thinking that we can use this for graphing. If we insert a graph, we can give them points and lines that they can drag. Hopefully we get to have school in person by that time, but just thinking ahead, that's what I have. So I hope this was helpful. Hopefully if we have PLC time, we can work on this more.